In this video, we will learn about generation and conduction of the electric potential. In our heart, just near to the entry of the superior vena cava into the right atrium, there is a group of special cells. This group of special cells is known as SA node or sinoatrial node. This area is different from other part of the heart because an action potential is generated from these cells. Now, what is action potential? In our cells, across the cell membrane, there is a definite ion concentration. When the concentration of these ions get changed, then an action potential is generated. And this action potential is generated in our body, in the nerve fiber, and in the muscles. So this action potential starts a wave of depolarization. This wave of depolarization travels in the form of an electric impulse all over the heart. First of all, this spread to all parts of the atrium through internodal fibers. Then this impulse gets gathered here and it reaches to another part of this nodal system, and this is known as AV node. This AV node, or also known as the atrioventricular nodes, it collects all these signals at this and then it is transferring it to the ventricles. Now you can also ask why these electric impulses are not directly going to the ventricles through these valves. Now as you can notice that all these valves, that is tricuspid, the semilunar valve of the pulmonary artery, bicuspid, and the semilunar valve of the aorta, all are almost at the same level. And remember, these valves are made up of fibers. Through fibers, electric impulse cannot be transmitted, or you can say that these fibers are insulators. So it means it has to pass through the septa only. Now, with this AV bundle, there are AV bundle. Through this AV node, AV bundle arise. These AV bundle, they passes from atrium into the ventricle. These are called AV bundle. These are also known as bundle of His after the name of the scientist who discovered these. Now these bundle of His, they travel down towards the tip of the ventricle and then they start divide into the left and the right branches. Now these left and the right branches, they further divide into smaller branches. And in this wave of depolarization spread to the wall of the ventricles also. These are called Purkinje fiber, again after the name of the scientist. Now in this process, SA node is generating this impulse 70 to 72 times in a minute. So you can see it is setting the pace by which heart is going to beat. So this is the reason SA node is also known as the pacemaker of our heart. Now wave of depolarization is first reaching to atrium and then it goes to ventricles. So this is the reason that atrium contraction occurs first. Later on, this is followed by the contraction of ventricles. Or we can say that atrial systole always precedes ventricular systole. And when atrial systole is occurring, then ventricles are in the relaxed state. So during that phase, the complete blood of the atrium is pushed into ventricles. And when this wave of depolarization spread over ventricles, then atriums, they come back to their relaxing position, that is called as repolarization. So when the ventricle systole is occurring, then the blood is pushed into the main arteries of the bodies. So in a minute, 70 to 72 times this process follows.